on YouTube.
Shall I start it, sir?
Done.
1 minute, 1 minute. He has not started YouTube and
Started, sir.
started. Okay. Akanksha ma'am, please start.
Okay, sir. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's online lecture organized by Microbiologist Society India. I am Akanksha, your host for the lecture, and the topic for today's session is IP strategies for innovation in which academic and industrial perspective. So, this is an important subject as understanding intellectual property can help both researchers and professionals in making smarter decisions about innovations. So, we are honored to have a very special guest with us today to guide us through this topic. So, I would like to introduce our speaker for today. Our speaker is Dr. Sujita Pombala, ma'am. She is the director of UCHA Herbs Private Limited and a member of UNESCO OWSD. She also mentors startups as part of Niti Aayog WEP program. Dr. Sujita ma'am has a lot of experience in helping startups and organizations developing strong IP strategies as well. So we are excited to hear her thoughts and advices on this subject. So thank you ma'am for joining us, and it is our pleasure to have you here today. So we are eager to hear you ma'am. Please take from here.
Yeah, thank you, Akanksha. Thank you for wonderful invitation.
Thank
And first of all, my heartfelt thanks to Professor Arvind Deshmukh sir, MBSI All India President, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Um, Today, we are going to discuss an important topic of IP strategies for innovation. So this is with respect to academic and industrial perspective. So as we see, so what is a intellectual property? So intellectual property, it plays a critical role in driving innovation and fostering collaborations between academia and industry. And in the academic context, IP strategies impact how research translates into societal and economic benefits. If we see the kinds of intellectual properties, so there are different kinds of intellectual properties like trademarks. So when we see the trademarks, when we file the trademarks means if you have any kind of logo or brand name, so we'll go for filing the trademarks. And the patents, so if we have any innovative product or innovative process, so then we'll go for filing a patent. And copyrights related to music and then books, so any literary work, so this is the intellectual property which protects this kind of artistic works. And when it comes to industrial design and layout designs, these are related to circuits, integrated circuits, and the machinery, cars and mobiles, like that. And trade secret. So when it comes to a trade secret, it involves like a recipe formulation. So this is a kind of a trade secret which enhances the business, which protects the business and enhances business opportunity. So when it comes to the life science sector, so we basically go for patents. And if we are related to companies or any professionals, then you'll go for trademarking your logos or brand names. And in especially in cases like if you have purified certain molecules like polymers, microbial polymers, or any natural products. So when you name them like something like Arakisan for polymers or any kind of molecules, if you may name them, then you will file the trademark. So in life sciences, majorly the intellectual properties are associated with the patents. And what is a patent means? So the patent is an exclusive right which is granted for an innovation that is new, involves an inventive step, and is capable of industrial application. So if you are doing a work which is a new way of doing something, And if it is a technical solution to a specific problem, then that kind of innovation or the work can be patented. And patent is a territorial right. That is, it is limited to the territory of the country or the region granting that right. Suppose if you are filing a patent in India, so that patent is restricted to India only. If you are filing in a PCT route, international application, then it is restricted to US. So like that. So it is a regional right, territorial right. And it is having like a span of, so if a patent is granted nationally, so it will protect the innovation and gives the right for 20 years. And patent is much more valuable for a researcher as patent is equal to a good publication and also intellectual property. And when we see that any kind of work can be patented means, so you have to check the patentability. So the patentability is having the three minimum requirements. That is, the first thing is novelty. So novelty is the basis for the patent. So if you have a novel product or a novel process, so then it falls under the criteria for patentability. And the second step should be, it should involve an inventive step. So you must have an inventive step that includes the process of isolation or the process of making that molecule or making that work or product or process, anything. So that it should involve compulsorily the inventive step. So even if the work or innovative idea is having the novelty and inventive step, if it is not having any industrial applicability or utility, then it cannot be patented. So the main criteria for patentability is the industrial applicability or any kind of utility. So a specific kind of innovation it should have, and it should fulfill the three criterias, that is the novelty, and it should involve an inventive step, and it should have a patent utility, that is industrial applicability. And when a patent is granted, so it becomes the inventor's property that it can be licensed or sold. And when the invention is patented, it increases the credibility of the invention so that it gives the chances for the commercial value. And in life science sector, when the life science firms or academic institutes, if they have a good intellectual property portfolio, then there is a higher chances to attract the grants and potential investors who are willing to fund their research and development. So that is the usage of the patent. That is mainly why we go for patentability. And if we see what kind of innovations in life sciences sectors can be patentable, majorly the pharmaceutical products. So in most of the cases, most frequently, the patented innovations in life sciences are pharmaceutical products, the active ingredients. So which are anti-cancer or antimicrobial agents or any kind of new formulations, new drugs, or the process for manufacturing this kind of medicines. And apart from new medicines, and the new uses of these existing drugs can also be patented. So this is a process which we call it as drug repurposing. So a new use of the existing drugs is also patentable. And the other kind of biotechnological processes which involves like microorganisms that have essential role in agricultural medicine and the environment, that kind of processes are also patentable. And the innovations in laboratory equipment or research methodologies that can contribute to the advancements in life sciences can also be patented. So this is a special cases which can be considered for the patentability. And these patents, they enable the pharmaceutical companies to invest in the lengthy, costly, and uncertain R&D process for new medicine. As we know that life sciences includes the drug discovery process, it is a long process and it involves huge expenditure also. So what happens in general scenario, the pharmaceutical companies, they are ready to buy the patents or take the licenses from the academic institutes which have the patents for the leads. So, usually, this kind of basic research, drug discovery, and preclinical development of the new drugs, it is mainly carried out in the academic institutes. So, these R&D companies, what they will do is, if they have a good portfolio and good leads, new drug lead molecules, they are ready to take the licenses and carry forward those new drug molecules through the clinical trials, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And if they are very much interested in taking those portfolios and fund the institutes again, these big major pharmaceutical companies, they are ready to fund the academic and startup companies also. So in pharmaceutical industry, patents, they serve as critical incentives for innovation. So they protect different kinds of medicines and development process. So we know that for developing a medicine, it can have not a single patent. It can involve or cover multiple types of patents, such as we can have a patent for, it can involve a patent for active ingredient or component, like the for active pharmaceutical ingredient. So, and also the drug product, that is the formulation which is made based upon this active ingredient. So that is the particular state in which the medicine is supplied to the patient. That is.
বলে দিলাম যেতে না হয় যাচ্ছে অমনি টং টং করে
Yeah. And then it can also involve the method of manufacturing that process. So that manufacturing that kind of formulation. So these can be, so the medicine can involve different kinds of multiple types of patents for a single medicine. And also the method of use or the treatment of a particular kind of disease. So this can also be a patent. So a particular kind of medicine can involve different kinds of patents. So multiple types of patents. So when you are isolating or when you have synthesized a new molecule or isolated a new molecule from microbial or any kind of natural source, so you can get the structure of that molecule and directly you can patent it. And again, if you make any kind of formulation by using this active ingredient, so that can also be separately patented. So a patent, so this clearly indicates that, so if you are patenting your work, means it should cover a single innovation. So you cannot patent multiple innovations. So multiple innovations should be patented like a multiple types of patents. And there is a scenario in many countries like which cannot be patented. So when you have a work or when you think of an innovative idea, so you have to search for the patentability in that particular kind of country. So in many countries like India and US, so scientific theories, aesthetic creations, mathematical methods, plant or animal varieties, commercial or business methods, and computer program, they are not patentable. And also inventions which are opposite to nature's law and which may affect the public order, good morals or public health, and surgical methods of treatment for humans and animals, they can also be not patented. So patentability, so so when you have an idea, so you have to keep in mind that whether it can be patented or not. So apart from seeing the criteria of patentability, like a novelty, innovative step, and industrial utility, you must keep in mind that whether it falls under the non-patentable items in that particular country or not. And it's not like a patent should have a high-end technology or involve any high-end techniques like that. So even the simple inventions can also be patented. The best example is that post-it note. So this is it was accidentally patented invention. So it was patented in 1968, and it was originally a failed attempt to create a super strong adhesive. And this patent covered the unique adhesive formulation. And nowadays we are using this post-it notes in homes and offices. So it became a normal stationary item in our lives. So this invention, it covered all the criteria of the patentability, like the novelty and then the inventive step, and it holds a specific utility. So this is a simple invention. So, but it is patented. So when it comes to the academic sector, so there always there is a conflict, like whether the work should be patented or published. In majority of the cases, a researcher or scientist or academician, they attempt to publish it first rather than going for a patent. So why this happens? Because of several reasons, maybe because of lack of the funds, or they may be in a compelled position to prioritize the publication, or sometimes they don't know about the importance of the intellectual property. So there are so many reasons. And there is also misconception that once if you start the patent process, it may take like 2 years or 3 years to get the work published. So this is not the this is not the case in reality. So if you want to go for a patent, so once you go for patent application and once it gets published, the moment it gets published, you can publish the work in journals. So it is not like irreversible process. So once if you file the patent, then after some time you can publish this work in the journals. And also the publication chances of getting this patent published is also increases. But when you publish your work first, so you cannot go for a patent, because this publication, it becomes the priority art for your patent. So it becomes a hurdle for your patent, so it gets rejected. So if you want to go for both publication and the patenting, so first you need to file the patent, and then once it gets patented, then you can publish it in the journals. And why we have to patent the work over the early publication means, a patent provides the innovator with the legal right to prevent others from using, producing, or selling the invention without authorization. So it also secures research grants against it secures research against exploitation, and ensures that credit remains with you. And patenting also opens up opportunities for licensing, technology transfer, industry collaborations, and also it increases the chances of getting grants from the government and private sector also. And also academic publishing, so as we know that it can also be proceeded after the patent application. So this step, it preserves both IP and academic reputation. And if we see the scenario of patents in India, according to the Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks of India, so the patent filings in India had increased by 24.64% in 2022-23. So the patent applications were 66,440 in 2021-22. So this has increased
Yeah, Akanksha, some problem, I believe. Akanksha,
Yes,
can
sir, I guess, yeah. I'll call her, sir.
just a- yeah.
Ma'am, are you audible?
Yeah, it's audible.
Yeah, ma'am. I can hear you. You are audible.
So, and if we see, there is an unfortunate thing that, so compared to 2019 and 20, so there has been a drop in the working patents. So that was from 16,181 patents to it dropped to 560. So this has to be, so this is because of so there was lots of other reasons why this has dropped. And if we see the uh, filing patents, so there is a increased interest and increased awareness about the intellectual property. So there was an increased number of patents which are filed in 2022-23 compared to the 18, 19 and the other years. So this is really very happy to know that academic institutes and other industrial organizations they are more interested in filing the patents rather than going for the publication. And if we see the state-wise patent applications, so the state of Tamil Nadu is having the highest number of patent applications in 2022-23, followed by Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, and Punjab, and Telangana stands in sixth position. So the first state to have the more number of patents filed is Tamil Nadu. And when you see the top 10 Indian applicants for patents, so Lovely Professional University is the top university in 2022-23, which has filed 1,387 patents. So this is the top university. So these are the remaining 9 universities which have filed more number of patents in the academic institutes. And if we see the field of inventions by the Indian inventors, so chemical pharmaceuticals are the major fields which have the more number of patents. So the pharmaceutical companies, the pharmaceutical drugs and pharmaceutical products are having the high number of patents. And microbiology is having very least number of patents. And then if you have an invention idea, then you have to check and then for patent drafting and then filing the application and then it's participating.
Ma'am, you are not audible. I guess network issue is there. Sorry for interruption. Ma'am is reconnecting within 1 minute.
Yes, sorry for the inconvenience. So we had some.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Akanksha, can you make me co-host? Hello, Akanksha.
No, ma'am, no. We are not able to hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, just I'm unable to share the screen. You make me co-host.
Yes, ma'am.
आई आली आई आते आली का
दिसतीये का? मग का ओरडतोयस तू? दिसतीये का तुला? मग कशाला ओरडतोय?
Leena, ma'am, please mute yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah, Akanksha, make me co-host so that I can share the screen. Yeah, Akanksha, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, make me co-host.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So if we see the patent filing process, so we have like once we draft the patent, we will go for patent filing application. So once it gets published in the patent journal, then after this point, you are free to disclose your invention. And then after the publication, so you need to file the request for examination. So once the request for examination is filed, then there will be a lot of process. So once this is everything is clear, that if we were it satisfies all the novelty, inventive, and utility. So if it satisfies all the patentability criteria, then the patent is granted. So this is the usual process. So and so the confidentiality prior to filing. So there is a this is the important thing which you one need to keep it in mind when you want to file a patent for your work. So pre-filing public disclosure can destroy the novelty of the invention. So this is very important step. So at least till the filing of the application, you have to maintain this confidentiality. So otherwise the public disclosure can destroy patent. So even after filing the patent also. So if it is available in the public domain, then it gets rejected. So if you see the patent application process, so if you have an idea and you have not done the sufficient work, but if you think that this is a very good idea and it has to be protected so that you can avoid the replicability or copying of your idea, then you can go for the provisional patent. So this is the particular type of patent where you will be given like 12 months of time to file the complete specification. So you will get the provisional number. So once you get the provisional number, you can work on the innovation, then you can file the complete specification. And if you are ready with the complete work and ready to go for the patent, then you can go for and you can file this through the PCT route. And if you see the different types of applications, so you can file the ordinary application. So as and when it is ready, so this is ordinary application in the sense like you can go for provisional or with provisional or complete specification, you can file the ordinary application. And this will have a term of 20 years from filing date. And conventional application, that is, if you are filing the patent through the international route, then you can file the conventional application in that regional or in that country. And this will have within 12 months of this filing date, you can file this conventional application. And the term is also 20 years from the Indian filing date. And if you want your file, you can have the patent in different types of countries. Then you can go for the international application, that is the PCT national phase application. And this will give you 31 months for timeline from the first filing date. So to file a national-wise application in almost 134 countries. So this allows a single application in multiple countries. So if you are having that, it is having a very good value in other countries also. So you can go for PCT application route. And divisional patent application. So as we know that one patent is for one innovation. So if the patent covers like 2, 3 innovations, then the patent and have the divisional patent applications. So this is a different kind of scenario. So this happens before the grant of the patent. So you have to divide your patent like patent 1 and patent 2 and have both of the patent for your innovation. And this is also having 20 years from a term of protection. And patent addition is another type of patent application where you have completed your work innovation, and then after 2 years or something, you thought that you got some more work and you have some more work completed, and if you feel that this can also be included in your patent, then you can go for patent addition. So this can be done any time within span of patent. So whatever the term left over, so that will be the term of protection of that patent. And if you see the Patent Cooperation Treaty, so this is an international treaty with more than 150 contracting states. So this PCT, it makes it possible to seek patent protection for innovation. So in a large number of countries, so you can file a single international patent application in several national and regional countries. So this allows you to save the time and cost of the patent filing is also reduced. And when you file a patent application, so it will have, so there are certain things which needs to be clearly understood, that the title of the patent, so it is very essential, like, so it will describe like process for the preparation of something like polymeric biosurfactants. So the title goes, so that there is a rule for the title also. The character size is also very important, and how it describes the innovation. So is it a process or a product? So we have to describe it in the title and the total description of the patent. So when the state sanctions a legal right for a patent, so in return, the innovator has to describe the patent or the innovation completely. So you have to describe each and every step how the innovative work can be done, so that any person who goes through that patent, so he can replicate that patent. And the claims. So claims are they play a very crucial role in the patent licensing and future collaborations also. And it involves the drawings which the particular patent, the pictures and structural studies relating to pharmaceutical compositions or preclinical or clinical studies. And it also includes an abstract which is confined to 250 words. And when we see that the importance of the patent drafting in commercialization, so it is very important to draft the patent in a clearly and in a descriptive manner. So explaining how it works, how the novel features are included, and how the utility or how it solves a specific problem. And the complete description of the patent in drafting, it ensures that the invention is fully disclosed. And this also forms the base process. And so if you see the importance of the patent drafting, so when you go for licensing or technology transfer step, so the investors and partners assess the strength of the patent claims before entering into the licensing agreement. So this is a very important step. So the well-drafted patents, they attract the licensing partners, they enable the revenue generation points also. And also one more interesting point is, so the patents act as an asset for securing the funds. So a strong and well-drafted patent, it assures investors of the innovation's market potential, and this is also essential for legal security also. And so these patent claims are very important for IP valuation. So the patent with strong and enforceable claims, the increases the IP value. So this is the IP value is the one which or technology transfer or licensing, so licensing process. And also patent claims are very important in establishing the freedom to operate. This is the step where the present innovation or invention, it doesn't infringe or overlap with the existing patents, so that it maximizes the protection by covering multiple aspects like product and the process. And you have to focus on the specific aspects of the patent claims, so that you can avoid the overlapping with the existing patents. And when it comes to the clients, so you can claim a product like you can protect the physical object or composition or the system you have developed in your innovation. So for a drug, a medical device, or a novel material, so that is called as the product claims. So when you when you write your claims in the patent, so you can write the product claims. And when it comes to the process claims, so you can file the process claims, so which includes the novel method for synthesizing a chemical compound or isolating a molecule or from a natural source like microbial source or plant source or anything. So that is the process of isolation of certain molecules or certain natural drugs or something. So this is a process claim. So it includes the process claim. And use claim. So it use claim defines a specific use or applicability of the invention. For example, we can claim the use of a compound as an antimicrobial agent or an anti-infective agent or cytotoxic agent or anti-inflammatory agent. So that is the utility claim. So you can claim like product claims, process claims, or utility claims. And we have a specific scenario where where it shows the patent drafting is very important. So in case of Amagen patented a monoclonal antibody, which is targeting the PCSK9 protein to lower the cholesterol. So in this particular innovation, so they have insufficiently described the patent without focusing on the exact sequence of the monoclonal antibody. So this got inferenced, this was challenged by another Sanofi, and that so when you draft your claims and when you write the specifications of the patent, you have to be very careful, and we have to clearly indicate the each and every step of the innovation, and so that this can not lead to any invalidation or rejection of the patent. And if we see the case of Monsanto's glyphosate patent, so this is a well-drafted patent with claims specifically covering its chemical structure and agricultural use. And in this case, the enforceable claims aligned with the commercial goals, they facilitated the long-term market control and for profitability. So when you are looking at the or licensing or technology transfer, so you always the claims and the patent specifications play a crucial role in terms of market control, profitability, licensing, and the technology transfer. And when we see the commercialization ways of the patented technology, we can commercialize the invention directly or sell the patent to the interested person, or license the patent rights to others, or establish a joint venture or collaboration with others who have complementary assets. So these are the four ways by which the patented technology can be commercialized. So licensing the patent means you will give the license of your technology to the interested candidate licensing, and then you can sell the patent directly to that means you will assign the rights to other person. So that is the selling of the patent. And also if you don't have any manufacturing facility or production capacity, then you can outsource the production of the patented invention. So by collaborating with other industries. And if we see the licenses, so there are three types of licenses. Exclusive license. So exclusive license is a situation where you grant the rights, where you give the rights to the a particular licensee, a single licensee. And even the patent owner is not having any right to use the patent technology. And sole license is another process where both of them will have a hold on the patented technology. So they can use, both of them, they can use the patented technology. And the non-exclusive license, it covers like you can give the licenses to several licensees, and the patent owner can also use the patented technology. And when it comes to the industrial licensing, so based upon the type of innovation, you can grant product licensing or process licensing or utility licensing. So in a product licensing, you can so this kind of licensing, like if you have a patented drug formula or drug molecule, so you can give the license of this patented drug formula to a pharmaceutical company. And if you have in process licensing, it allows third-party factories to use that patented manufacturing process. So here you will grant the license, you will give the license for the process. So to make or how to use, how to synthesize or how to isolate. So that is the process licensing. And in the third one, utility use licensing. So in utility licensing, you will license a molecule for a new type of treatment, like for antimicrobial therapy or anti-inflammatory therapy or any kind of particular disease or respiratory infection. So like that, so a product, so with a particular kind of use. So you will license, you will give the license for a specific use. And so this kind of licensing is common in industries like pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, and many kind of industries where R&D costs are very high, and this commercialization requires significant expertise and resources. So for example, if an academic institute develops a novel drug formula or molecule, but lacks the resources for clinical trials and commercialization, then the institute can give the license to a pharmaceutical company so that they will take the responsibility for its development and market launch. In return, the inventor, so that the in academic institute, it will receive the payment and royalties for that particular kind of licensing. So this is how we can monetize and commercialize the patent. So we can sell or license. So if you have individual patents, you can sell it. Or if you have a portfolio of patents, you can sell the total portfolio. So in licensing, you can give the licensing, out licensing, technology licensing, or the cross license. Like if you can go for a collaboration or joint ventures. And IP value proposition is a very important concept where it defines the commercial value of the patent. For example, so when you mention, so when you want to go for licensing or technology transfer, so you need to provide the IP value proposition for your patent. Like for example, our patented nanosponge technology, it enables early detection of sepsis, reducing diagnosis time by 50% compared to existing methods. So this is so reducing diagnosis time by 50% compared to existing methods. So this is the IP value proposition of the patent, which makes it distinct and difficult to replicate from the other existing methods. And when you mention the competitive advantages of the patents, so you have to mention like our patented formulation outperforms generic products by doubling wound healing speed while reducing cost by 30%. So this is a specific competitive advantage, like you are going to reduce the cost by 30% and also increasing the wound healing speed. So this is the IP value proposition. So this gives a clear indication of the competitive advantages over the existing process, or it provides a competitive advantage of your patent. And finally, so patents are very essential in academic and industrial collaboration. So industries are always ready to take the patented technologies from academic institutes. So to commercialize and take it forward in a respect to for public health and commercialization perspective. So, and thank you. Now the session is open for any questions. Thank you very much, and sorry for the disturbance, and in the middle I have some technical issues. So I hope I have not, it's not overtime. So it's only 45 minutes. And thank you, Akanksha, and thank you, Professor Deshmukh sir, for giving me this opportunity. If you have any doubts or any assistance for patents filing or anything drafting, you can reach me. So
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation, ma'am. It was very helpful. Now we'll take some questions from the chat box. So we are having question from Professor Prakash sir. So he's asking why microbiology has least number of patent, though we have strong R&D in the universities and research institutes.
yes, yeah. Hello, Professor Prakash sir.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, one of the reason is when we go for microbial sources, there is a in India, so we have to, if we are isolating a novel molecule from the microbial source, you have to deposit to the MTCC and then take the number, then only you can patent that molecule. So this is, it is unlike with the synthetic molecules. There you can directly patent the process or the product in the chemical industries. But in microbiology, we don't have that facility. So if you are isolating or using a specific strain, so you have to go for the MTCC deposition and then take the accession number, then go for the patenting. So this is also a reason why the cost of the patenting is increased in the specifically in microbiology sector. So that's why, so people are like, we are not that much yeah.
It's quite clear. Yes, yes.
So
Though because we need more investigation,
yes,
evidences and then expensive also because
yes,
culture deposition itself, I guess somewhere 20,000 we have to
right.
spend, and then if you
25,000,
have to
yeah.
characterize the molecule. Yes,
And before that
exactly.
also, we have to do the strain identification. And if it's novel only, then you have to submit in the deposition. So like that. So there are so many specific.
You told drop in working yes, drop in working patents, right? So what are the reasons you think, madam? There is just
Drop.
quite a drop in working
Yes.
patents.
So
You
after
mean they are
the,
not under use more, or they are not much effective, or scientific evidences were not enough?
no, actually,
What is?
yeah,
Yeah.
the main reason is there is a limited awareness of the technology transfer and licensing. So it means in the commercialization aspect. So
Mhm.
like the universities and industries, they are much more interested in the patent filing process. So, but
Exactly.
what happens after the filing? So people
Mhm.
are not concentrating on this particular aspect. So just merely filing a patent is not the end of the process. So after that, you have to specifically, as I said, that IP value proposition. So it has to be publicly revealed. So I have this formula, so if anyone is interested, they can contact me. So like that, so that kind of awareness. So we have seen a specific drop in the working patents. So that is the main reason.
This PCR patent now is no more valid now, right? PCR.
PCR.
Yes, PCR technique was patented.
Yeah, it's only, it's not valid now.
That was only for the process,
Yeah,
right?
yes, it's
The process for amplifying the DNA, for
yes,
that
yes,
purpose only was the patent, right?
yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
And there is one more question from the sir. What is the difference between licensing, exclusive, and selling patent?
See, in licensing exclusively means you hold the patent rights.
Okay.
Means it's like giving for a rent.
Mhm.
So selling is
Give it
directly you will
everything.
sell it. So after selling your patent, you don't have any right. So
And then
even
we don't sell to other person.
yes,
But when you license, you can have a exclusive
yeah,
knowledge.
yeah. So a licensing agreement goes like for 1 year. So
Exactly.
after that, if you want, you can extend it. After otherwise, you can cancel that licensing agreement. So that is the difference. So when you have a good idea innovation, so always it is suggestible to go for licensing, not to sell the patent until
Mm.
you have that patent protection fee period of 20 years.
And but when we sell, suppose, and if it is not working,
Sorry.
if
Anyone
we file patent,
with the questions? Anyone?
no, if when we file the patent and sell it,
Sorry, sir, I
and
cannot
suppose
hear
it is
you.
not working,
Sir,
the person patent, what it has
The
to be done?
voice
What?
is
voice is breaking, sir.
No, if file the patent, right?
patent cost.
One more
Uh,
question, ma'am.
yeah.
What is patent cost? How much does it?
See, if you are going for a national patent, so it's around like if you are filing individually, so that will cost around 10 to 15,000. If you are hiring an attorney or patent agent, it's nearly 30 to 35,000. So it depends on the kind of patents, and also it depends on the number of clients you are including in the patent drafting and the number of pages. Like if it's 20 pages, there is a limit of the fees. And if it is more than 10 clients, so for each client, there is a fees. So, and if you are a startup company, you will have a least like 1,500 to in 1,800 you will have the fees. And if you are an ordinary person, so like that it is different. And if you are filing through PCT, so that is a little bit costly. If your sold patent
Okay,
is
ma'am.
not responsible. So
The question from sir is, if a sold patent is not working, who is responsible?
That innovator is not responsible. So the person or the company which has taken that, which bought that patent, they are responsible. We are not the innovator is not responsible. So once the patent is sold, that's it. So there is no right legally. You cannot go further.
Yeah, quite convincing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I
Okay,
have a
so
question. Can I ask?
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So hello, ma'am. It was very interactive and very nice session. You explained in very details. Thank you for that. My question is, if there is some organism which is unculturable and you have cultured that, but the conditions for culturing are very difficult, and that is not possible. I mean, say in India, it was not possible. I contacted MTCC as well as I contacted NNCR, where are the two patent attorneys wherein the organism and the patent, I mean, organism is submitted under the Budapest Treaty under IDA.
Okay.
They are saying that we are not able to take your culture because the procedures are which are required for the maintenance of the culture are very high, and in
Okay.
that case they are not accepting the culture. So in that case, how can we file the patent? Can we submit the letter from them that we are unable to accept your culture and then submit a patent, or do we must submit the culture into the international international culture collection centers where the culture could be deposited, and then only submit a patent? What do you suggest?
It's better to submit the culture in International Culture Center, because patentability, if we see the patentability criteria, it should have the utility. So when you file this as a patent, so if you are showing the utility, so how you are going to culture it? So how you are going to make the initial product? So that is the hindering step in this kind of innovation. So it's better
No,
to
basically the thing is that it was not culturable before, but we have got authorized. I mean, we have got the process itself to be patented as well for growing the culture and maintaining it. Also, industrial scale production of the culture is possible. So
Okay,
we
okay.
are at the stage wherein we can do that, and we are having and we are propagating the culture at very colossal volumes. But the
Okay.
thing is that to file a patent, they say it is must to deposit it under IDA. But then since nobody is there, I mean, they are not accepting it per se, because they are saying that we can't be because the procedure is that it requires some complex media, and it has to be transferred every now and then, just doing the lyophilization and all the normal techniques which are followed by the culture collection centers in India. So they are saying that it is very cumbersome for us to maintain that culture for longer duration, and that's why they are not accepting it.
Okay. Yeah, then you can go for international deposition and then file the patent. If it
Okay,
is
but
This culture
actually it
culture
is
can be deposited at 80.
no. The thing is that we have
Yes.
already submitted the provisional patent, and that has already covered the 6 months. If you have to send a culture to the International Culture
it will take,
Deposition Center,
yeah,
then it has to go with the NBA, right?
yes,
Because National Biodiversity Act is there, and they
yes,
have to
yes.
process. And for processing that, it takes 1 year.
It takes
So
more
it is very difficult for us to, complete the full patent within the stipulated timeline, because before filing the patent, we thought that might be MTCC and NMCR will be able to take the culture under the IDA deposition. But then thereafter, they are telling us that it's not possible for us to do that. And now, doing the formalities or MBA and then sending the culture to the international depository will be a very cumbersome job right now. So before that, can we extend the provisional patent
Yeah,
deadline, or
that
what
is
can be done?
possible. See, you can extend the time. You can request the patent office, patent general to extend. So you have to explain this particular kind of issue. So there is a possibility to extend it.
And how much time for extension they can give us, till what we ask, or there is some stipulated time by which we can
There is
do
a
that?
stipulated time.
Okay.
So, and even in that case also, it cannot go for 1 year or 2 years. So,
Right.
so that will
Fine.
be, yeah, that will be very different kind
Tricky
of
job. Yeah, exactly. So
kind
that's
of.
why I was like wondering whether, we contracted several different patent attorneys, but they are saying that you just send, what they suggested apart from what.
Hello? Yeah, yeah, Dr. Leena, I'm unable to
Leena.
hear you.
Giving you, they can have, implementation accordingly. But then, I don't know, where that
Yeah,
will go. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you can contact me. I'm just texting my phone number in the chat box. You
Great.
can
Yeah.
just, text me. I will guide you.
Sure. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you. And that was very wonderful session. It was very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anyone with questions now? Okay, I guess everyone is done with them. So thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful session and answering all our questions. And your insights on IP strategies were very helpful and practical as well. So a big thank you to our Dr. Deshmukh sir, All India President of Microbiology Society India. And of course, thank you to all the participants for joining us today. And we hope you found this session useful. And have a great day, everyone, and see you next time. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
so
I'm
very much.
ending the meeting here. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.